Humane Society of the United States pulled together an assessment team for the Gulf Coast because of the oil spill. We're deeply concerned about this massive oil spill, the largest in U.S. history, and one that continues each day, and there's no end in sight.
We have to put together some kind of a cohesive plan, and the task that we had, or the mission that we had, was to do just that. We've looked at it, we will put the data together, assess what we have, make some recommendations, and we'll see where those recommendations go.
It's easy to understand how people down here are frustrated. It's also easy to understand how it's just overwhelming for our government agencies and for the powers that be, the people that are trying to clean up this spill. We're talking about a vast amount of coastline, but even a more intricate and extensive shoreline along that coast.
Looks like this beach is starting to get the oil coming in. Livelihood depends on basically the Gulf of Mexico.
How long it's going to take to recover from this. That's the sad thing. You just don't know how long it's going to take. If it is going to take another 5 years, is the wildlife ever going to come back? Hopefully they will. Hopefully we can come back from it like we did from Katrina and just go forward.
Just the enormity of it all is, I think, overwhelming for most of us at this stage.
Thanks to the Humane Society for everything y'all are doing. You're on the ground here. That means a lot. That in and of itself is bringing a lot of attention to our challenges here, particularly with wildlife. Clearly, I think in terms of volume of response, we're behind the curve. We don't have enough eyes and ears and assets out there. The question is, for every one bird in Fort Jackson, how many dozens are out there in the Gulf dying?
It seems like it's not being done. We shouldn't have to be in front of us. We ought to all be sitting at a table together saying, what can you do, what can you do, what can you do? Let's get it done.
There are obviously enormous impacts on wildlife, so we looked in Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana to assess what's going on with the wildlife, and now we're about to make some very strong recommendations about how the government needs to adjust its plans to account for the needs of these animals.